Good morning, everyone. It's my final day of an 8-day streaming week, and we have got a lot to talk about on today's show, including a very important schedule update because a lot is about to shift and change, but it's all good news. In addition, I need you guys' help this morning because I want to get the MK1 beta loaded on my PS5, and it's still not showing for me despite having pre-ordered this game days ago. So we're going to try to get to the bottom of this live together today, and of course, everything else, tons of stuff, game news and more on today's show in just a bit. Alrighty, everyone, good morning and welcome to the show. Today is August 17th, 2023, a Thursday. Normally, I would not be here, or if I were here, this would have been my first streaming day of the week, not my last. It has been a crazy 8-day marathon for sure. And welcome. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast, the most sought out, sought after, in-demand podcast on YouTube. A podcast so in demand, we've got people sitting around for 2.5 hours trying to get on it, despite the fact they were never invited and aren't welcome. How are you all today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I'm ready for today, the final streaming day of the week. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff going on, and we have a lot to talk about today because we've got some important positive updates. All right, regarding the schedule, I finally have some answers about my schedule for the next couple of weeks, and it's good news for those who've been wondering, gee, will you be covering the new releases on release day and this and that? Yes, is the answer, but I'm going to go into detail about that so you know exactly what to expect the next couple of weeks, which is good. But in addition, I really do need your guys' help today. Not your help, you silly kitty, because you don't know, but I need everyone's help on the stream. All right? I pre-ordered the Mortal Kombat 1 game like almost a week ago. All right, I have it set up to pre-download on my PlayStation 5 when it's available, and everything online has said if you pre-order the game you get access to the Mortal Kombat 1 beta this weekend. I've planned out my weekends to play it on Saturday and Sunday, but it's not there. It's not downloading. It's not showing up in search. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to get this beta, and people seem to be claiming, oh no, it's available, we got it. Well, where is it? It's not there for me. So am I crazy? Am I stupid? I don't know. Maybe I'm old and senile and I'm searching the wrong store. I don't know, but I need your help. Okay, I need this preloaded. If I don't have it preloaded, how the hell am I supposed to play it on Saturday, right? So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to have a segment where we try to figure this out and find it. As you'll see, it ain't there for me. I mean, I hope I'm not crazy, right? Well, I'll show you exactly what I mean, all right? And in addition to that, there's some game news stories and things to go over today that are kind of interesting. So we'll have a good amount of stuff to discuss, all right? And by the way, all without any drama, because here we don't entertain bullshit and drama. No matter how many people want to pull themselves into my life or my content, they're never going to be part of it unless I say so. No matter how much attention they're trying to get for themselves, how much money they're trying to make, they can kiss my big white ass. They're not making it onto the show. Okay. I mean, let's be honest here. Why was the Level 1 Podcast created? Okay? It was created because years ago, I wanted an opportunity to talk about things regarding my streams, news, and having a little bit of discussion with you guys before we jumped into whatever the gameplay content would be for the day. If you remember, before I did that, we would jump into the gameplay content, and then everyone would want to talk. And I'm like, but we're playing the game. I want to focus on the game. The whole point is to play the game. For example, today we're doing ranked in Street Fighter 6. Now, how on earth would I have meaningful conversations and discussion with all of you while I'm trying to play ranked matches of Street Fighter 6? The answer is, it's not going to happen. All right, it's just not. So, that being said, I wanted to do something that I would have that opportunity to do that before we got into the content that I needed to focus on for gameplay. And so at first, I would just talk to you guys before the stream, and it would look like this. And it was like this for 2 years. No exaggeration. I didn't even call it a podcast. I just called it a pre-stream. And people complain, oh my God, he says he's starting at this time, and he doesn't start his gameplay at that time. Well, this is stupid. So after a while of me doing this, and people complaining and saying, well, if you're going to do this, at the very least be on camera for doing it. And after listening to your feedback for a while, I said, all right, let's do this. Let's make an official podcast so that every day we can sit here and we can talk about all these issues and all these important things like the schedule or game news or whatever it may be, and have our discussions first in an official capacity, just me and my audience. And that's the point of this Level 1 podcast in the morning. And then after that, we get to gameplay, and that's it. This podcast is not an interview show. This podcast is not a place for special guests or debate or drama. It never was. It's just a place for me to get some stuff talked about and interact with you before we get to the gameplay so that we can focus on the gameplay when we get to it, right? Other people just seem to have these weird misconceptions of what this is. They complain, oh, a podcast is supposed to have guests and stuff. No, it's not. A podcast is whatever you want. As long as you're talking on the show and there's some form of discussion, it's a podcast. You have no idea what you're talking about. Just because someone else out there has a popular podcast that has guests and shit doesn't mean that mine needs it, okay? But that's just how these people are. You know, there's people who are so desperate for attention, for a little bit of a response from me or some kind of a, you know, something to talk about to make money today. It's how pathetic that they are. So, it is what it is. That's how people are. But thankfully, I'm not entertaining that bullshit. That's not what the show is about. All right, we got enough to talk about today, trust me, before we have to deal with all this nonsense from other people. So, thank you for allowing me to keep the drama off of my streams, okay? All right. So, first off, today is the last day of a heat wave. We have had a 4-day heat wave of crazy temperatures here in Washington State. 90-plus degrees Fahrenheit, which is way too warm for what we're used to. Thankfully, I have 3 air conditioners in my home. Even then, it's hard to keep this house cool in 90-plus degree weather outside. It just is. These houses aren't built for this. So, it has been challenging. You know, I actually have my AC on maximum blast, a fan behind it on maximum blast, pushing the AC through the room. I have another AC across the hall. I have an AC in the bedroom. I have fans across the hall pushing that, trying to get that air downstairs. The problem is I can't do any air conditioning downstairs. There's no way to do it. We don't have any windows that open on the first floor of the house. The house was built in a certain style in the 1990s, and we have all bay windows. Those are permanent windows that are fixtures that don't open. So without that, with no exhaust, you can't have an air conditioner. So we have no way to cool the bottom floor. We have to rely on all this cooling on the top floor, hopefully pushing down. It does sometimes, but sometimes it's like 85 degrees in the middle of the day down there. There's nothing we can do about it. So it's been frustrating. But the good news is today is supposed to be the last day. And then tomorrow, we're supposed to cool down to the 70s. And then next week is supposed to be only in the 80s. I mean, it'll still be hot, but it won't be nearly as hot as it's been. So hopefully we'll get our reprieve. All right. As you saw, Jasper Kitty is in here today until my wife comes home from work later in the afternoon. So he might or might not be jumping all over the chair. Typically what happens is once I start playing Street Fighter and I get my joystick on my lap, he's gone. He knows once that joystick's up here, it's serious business, and he usually takes off. So he might be here for a little bit for the podcast. Though right now he's laying on the floor in a position, his paws tucked under him, and he's looking very cute and napping. So there you go. All right. So we have a lot of topics to talk about today. All right. Let's get to the first one. Let's get to the schedule, because what I would like to do is give you guys a big update on yesterday, and then of course what's coming on these next couple of weeks, because I have big updates that are very positive updates for you. Okay, so what did we do yesterday? Great progress in GTA 5. At this point we are into the second half of the game. The game is claiming we've completed 40 of 69 story missions, but if you take a look, it claims there's only 6 strangers and freak side missions left in the whole game. I believe we have the Epsilon side quest for Michael, and I believe that there is the Aliens side quest coming up for Trevor, if I remember correctly. But for the most part, we've almost done all the meaningful side content in the game. which means most likely for when we play GTA 5 moving forward, it's going to be a lot of story, which means the plot is going to move fast and the game's going to move fast moving forward. So I already had reserved about another 20 hours to play it. I don't really know if we're going to need that. We might actually beat it sooner rather than later, which I'm okay with. It's been a great playthrough, and if there's any meaningful content you guys want me to do, please let me know as I'm playing. But it's been great. Had a great progress yesterday. Hope you'll check out those videos, okay? Last night, I did something for the first time in a month. I played Street Fighter 6 World Tour mode, and it was really fun. I had a great time because this World Tour mode just gets sillier the more you play it. You know, there's more ridiculous things going on in the world, more ridiculous outfits. I got the sumo outfit and was wearing butt floss. Yes, sumo butt floss. So my character looked like E Honda, almost nude, which is hilarious. Yesterday I ran into 3 fighters, E Honda, Ryu, and Guile. But also we ran into Kimberly, but you couldn't train with her yet. And the plot advanced, and it was fun. It's just a zany, fun thing. It really does feel kind of like Yakuza in the Street Fighter universe. I had a great time with it, and I hope that you guys will join me in the future when I get to it. And what I mean by that is it really is the playthrough that comes back every once in a while when there's nothing else going on. It's not something that I've been focusing on a lot. Like I said, I haven't played it for a month. At this point, we're around 11 hours in, and everyone says it's about a 20-hour long playthrough. So maybe I'll find some time to squeeze it in the next few weeks. I don't know. But I liked it. I had fun with it. Check out the videos. They were very entertaining to see me dressed up really ridiculously. And we had a good time. All right? So what's going on today, my final streaming day of the week? Well, obviously, we've got the podcast now. Right after that, we're jumping in to ranked online play on the PlayStation 5. Blanca in Street Fighter 6. He is at 5-star platinum, but close to diamond. Goal today, get him in the diamond and push him as far in the diamond as we can get. Now, I'm predicting we'll probably get him to around 2-star diamond. I don't think we're going to get further than that, being honest. In 3 hours, there's just not enough time. But I'm hoping that we can get good strides here. Remember, my goal is to try to get Blanca and Honda to master ranking. And once I get them to master ranking, then I will go back and focus on other characters, notably the characters I would like to focus on: Lily, Luke, and yes, Zangief, and maybe even Dalsim. Okay? Because I'm actually starting to like Dalsim the more I use him on these community nights. So that is what I'm thinking of. But of course, this is going to take many weeks. This is not going to be something that's going to happen right away. Likely 2-3 weeks to get them to master. Then we switch to other characters. So that's going to kind of be the gameplay you can expect to Street Fighter 6 moving forward. Okay? That's today. That's it. That's the streaming day. I'm off tomorrow. So what is going on this weekend? I've made my determination. As long as we can get the MK1 beta loaded, all right, which right now I couldn't find it. We'll see if we can find it together today. As long as this is live and ready by this weekend, I'm going to play the Mortal Kombat 1 beta all day Saturday, so both the first and second streams, and as the daytime stream on Sunday. So there will be 3 straight non-stop Mortal Kombat streams, about 8 hours of the Mortal Kombat 1 beta over the course of Saturday and Sunday. All right? In that time, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to learn high-level gameplay. It's going to be me just kind of messing around, seeing what the game looks like, trying to get a feel for the gameplay and the controls, trying to figure out what this new cameo system is all about. I guarantee you I'm going to lose a ton because I'm not going to even know what I'm doing, but it's all good. It's just an exploration-style stream as opposed to me trying to get good at the game at this point. I think it'll be fun. It'll definitely mix stuff up. I haven't seen Mortal Kombat in many years, so it'll be good to get it back into the mix and get a good taste of what we're going to see next month when the game fully releases. So I'm excited for those 3 streams. I certainly hope you guys will join me for those 3 streams. And, you know, it should be a good time. All right? You know, 8 or so hours of fun gameplay of the Mortal Kombat 1 beta. So what are we doing Sunday night if we're not doing the Mortal Kombat 1 beta? Well, I've decided I want to do a community night in Street Fighter 6. And if we don't do that on Sunday night, we're just not doing it next week. And the thing is, I really enjoyed the community nights because they've allowed me to try characters that normally I wouldn't be using a lot. You know, Dalsim is one of them where I really haven't used him that much, but messing around with him on community night is very fun. So I want to do community night this week, and it's going to be Sunday night. So 3 straight streams of Mortal Kombat 1, then the community night in Street Fighter 6. On Monday, the daytime stream will be DSP versus the internet. Now, that's normally my react show that I do on Sundays, but being that the Mortal Kombat 1 beta is only available this weekend, we have to do it that way. So the react show will be Monday, and then Monday night will be Chrono Trigger. Okay? Now, this is a 5-day streaming week. Okay? So that means Tuesday and Wednesday are my only other days. So both of those days, the daytime stream will be GTA 5. And both of those nights will be ranked online play in Street Fighter 6. One night will be Honda, one night will be Blanca. and that's my streaming week this week. Okay? So, Mortal Kombat 1 all day Saturday, Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6 Community Night on Sunday, the React Show and Chrono Trigger on Monday, GTA 5 and Street Fighter 6 ranked on Tuesday, GTA 5, Street Fighter 6 ranked on Wednesday. That's the schedule for next week. Okay? That tastes nothing like kiwi strawberry at all. It says kiwi strawberry. That tastes nothing like fruit. It's like a little bit of sour taste, and that's it. There is no fruit flavor in that whatsoever. That is another terrible seltzer 2 days in a row. Remember I told you yesterday my wife wanted to try new flavors, and we tried them. These are awful. Watermelon was awful. Kiwi strawberry is atrocious. I can't wait to get back to the normal flavors tomorrow. Wow, that is really bad. Okay. Anyway, now I have a big update regarding the next week, because the next week is going to be interesting to you guys, all right? So here's the deal. That next week, Friday, when I'm coming back, because that Thursday will be my day off. So Friday, August 25th, is the premiere of Armored Core 6. I will be playing it, and I'll be playing it on release day on the daytime stream. So we'll have a 3+ hour premiere stream of Armored Core 6 on release day. Okay? That night, we will have Friday Night Fights. So we will have Street Fighter on Friday, Friday Night Fights that Friday night. I know we're not doing any Street Fighter this Friday because I'm off, but next weekend, we're getting back into the swing of things. Then on that Saturday, August 26th, it is my special 15-year anniversary marathon. We're right here on DSP Gaming. We're going to be going through all your favorite moments from my 15 years as a creator, watching them back and reacting to them live. I'll be telling you stories about those moments in time, how different things were, any background information you need to know about those moments. We're going to react to them, laugh at them, comment on them together. There's going to be food that my wife is going to make for that day that we're going to taste test live together in a mukbang fashion, if that's what you like to call it. We're also going to have booze. I'm going to get some kind of booze next week to drink during the marathon that I'll do during, various levels of contributions and the like. It's going to be a party-like atmosphere all day, August 26th, to celebrate my 15 years as a YouTuber. Okay, it's going to be a great event, special event, a one-time only event. Hope you guys will join me for that. And if you haven't yet, please nominate your favorite moments for that event. How can you do that? Well, there's a link you can use right now. Type exclamation point, type exclamation point, retrospective into the chat. All right, and that'll bring up a link. You can click on it, and on that thread, you can nominate your favorite moments. Or if you're a channel member, all right, you're definitely, by the way, there's some idiotic people here. I'm just going to get rid of them because they're fucking distracting me because they're being dumb. They're not, you're just talking nonsense, okay? There's another way. If you're a channel member, that you can nominate stuff for this event. And, literally people talking nonsense, okay? If you're a member, head to the members tab of the channel. You go to the main channel page of DSP Gaming, the members tab, and there's been a thread posted up at the beginning of this month where members post up their favorite moments. Please do that, because if you do, members get priority. We're going to go through the member nominations first, and then we're going to get to the standard open nominations during that marathon event, all right? The more nominations I get, the best, or the better the event will be, because more the better. Even if half of them suck, doesn't matter, because we're going to have enough to go through to have a fun day. So I hope that you guys will join me celebrating 15 years of my legacy on YouTube on the 26th, okay? On the 27th, Sunday, it'll be DSP versus the Internet, and then the late stream that night, all right? I'm not sure yet, but basically what I'm going to be doing moving forward is balancing Armored Core and GTA 5 on the daytime streams, and the night streams will be a balance between Chrono Trigger and Street Fighter 6 ranked gameplay. Okay? That's the goal. Now, if you just hear what I just said, no community night. Because right now, we're not going to have time for a community night in Street Fighter 6. I'm going to scarcely have enough time to even play the game ranked. You understand? So, yes, we're going to do our best here to make progress and juggle all these games. Since you guys seem to want Armored Core, that means I need to juggle it along with everything else, and it's going to make it a little bit tougher. All right? So, we're going to do all of that into early September. Now, once one of two things happens. Either GTA 5 concludes, or we decide that we're done with Armored Core because I just don't like it, or you guys don't like it, or whatever. Maybe we do like it and we continue. There's going to be open time. However, Starfield comes out first week of September. So chances are we're going to have just enough time to wrap up some of the stuff we're working on and then start up Starfield. Okay? So there you go. It's going to be busy, man. We're going to be very, very busy with all this stuff going on. Keep in mind, obviously in September, I'd like to do some kind of a special event, whether it's a marathon, whether it's a big React event, whatever it may be. But we haven't really had time even to think or plan it out yet because there's so much going on right now that we kind of need to get through. So once we get past that 15th anniversary event, then we'll start talking about, hey, what kind of special stuff should we do going forward into September and the like. We'll start discussing the future again, okay? But, yeah, crazy amount of stuff. I hope that schedule sounds good. So not only does that schedule accommodate Mortal Kombat 1, it allows for a Community Night in Street Fighter 6, probably the last one in a while. It allows me to play Armored Core on release day and continue to play it, but also balance it with GTA 5, which you guys want to see keep going, and finish up GTA 5. So basically, this is a really good schedule. At one point, it looked like I didn't know what I was going to do with Mortal Kombat 1. It looked like I didn't know if I was going to be able to play Armored Core, and now I've kind of shuffled it around enough that it looks like it's gonna work, okay? Let me know what you think. Did anything I say not make sense? Did anything go, oh, you can't do it that way, or you should do it a different way because of this? I want your feedback. Well, hopefully that sounded good to you, and that's a good variety and good stuff coming forward, and you guys will enjoy it, okay? Now, let's get on to our second subject of today's stream. This Mortal Kombat 1 beta that I can't find, all right? Because I'm getting pissed. All right? So we're going to do it right now because I've had enough. You ready? Let's switch over here. I want to find this goddamn thing right now because I'm going to show you guys I'm not crazy. All right? So hold on. What I'm going to do, let me change my webcam to fit this border. All right? And we're going to do this live because I've had enough. All week I've been waiting to get this goddamn thing, and people keep telling me, oh, it'll be available this day. It'll be available this day. It's never there. And as of this morning, it's still not there. All right? Now, for clarification, all right? No, I didn't pre-order my game through a game store. Why would I have done that? I pre-ordered it right here through PSN. I pre-purchased the game, all right? So I own Mortal Kombat 1 on PSN, and I'm going to show you exactly what you get when you do that, okay? So let me get my controller. I'm going to walk you all through this. So, this is PlayStation Network, everyone, all right? Now, what I should do, first of all, is I should show you that I did buy the game, all right? And to do that, I need to go to my games library, and I think to do that, you do that through the PS Store, and then you have to find library. I don't know, because they've changed this a million times. So now I don't even know, like, where is the library? Cart? Payment methods? No. Wallet? No. Anyone know where the library is anymore? Because they've changed it a million times, so I don't even know where it is anymore. They keep changing it. So I don't even know where to find my game collection. Does anyone know where that is on here? I know that sounds stupid, but yeah, they're just dumb. They change it so much, you never know where anything is. Not there, not there, not there, not... Oh, game library. There it is. Okay. So these are the games that are installed. But obviously, I don't care about that. I want to look at my collection. Okay? So there it is. Everyone sees it, right? It says Mortal Kombat 1. I'm not blind. I'm not stupid. It says it right there. I own Mortal Kombat 1. Everyone sees it. Okay? So I click on it. Oh, it's there. Oh my God. I swear to God it wasn't there this morning. Cool. All right. Well, that was easy. All right. Crisis averted. That was easy. It wasn't there this morning. They must have just added it. So there you go. Because it said, yeah, this morning it only didn't say 2 items. So there you go. All right. So there you go. Obviously, as you guys know, I made all that up. I'm just senile. And I probably was staring at it for hours. I didn't know it was there. Because I'm just an old fart. It's probably what happened, right? I'm a huge liar. I made this all up. Anyway. Well, that was an easy segment. See? Cool. No, you see, you guys got to understand something. You guys totally got to understand something. If I didn't do that live, it wouldn't have been there. Seriously. If I didn't do that live, that never would have been there. And I would have been staring at that for days wondering why I can't get the beta. But because I was live, it's there. Therefore, it makes me look stupid. So now it's there. You know what? As long as I get it, I don't care if I look stupid. So I'll accept the stupidity as long as I can get the beta. So there you go. Crisis averted. Beta's loading. And we'll have it for Saturday. All right. That was the easiest segment ever. I thought that was going to take a while. And it was actually very simple. So I'm actually pleased at that one. Okay. I'm not joshing you. It really wasn't there this morning. I checked and it said it didn't say 2 items. It was nothing. It was just the game. And it said pre-download. But it wouldn't let you pre-download the game until September like 16th or something. So I was like, so what am I supposed to do here? Right? All right, there you go. Anyway, exactly. Steve from Accounting says just one less thing. Exactly right. One less thing off my plate. It's a good thing. All right. Now, what we can do, we have a gaming news segment I want to do. And then we're going to do some shout-outs, and then we'll go from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DSP News. Live from the DSPN News Desk. Hot off the presses. Are you guys ready for these hot stories this morning? Ready? Very hot. Very, very exciting stories. Here we go. Let me get them up here. DSP News, which is read from my screen captures on my fucking iPhone. All right. We have several hot stories coming in. Our first hot story. Okay? The statistics are in for July. And in Street Fighter 6, the most played fighters in the game have been revealed. For Scrub Tier, also known as Rookie, Juri was the top played character, followed by Cammy, Ken, Luke, and Ryu. Seems fine, seems reasonable. In Iron, Bronze, Silver, and Gold tiers, so essentially not insanely low level, but also not good, kind of in between, Ken was the most played character. What a shocking surprise. Then it was Cammy, Juri, Ryu, and Marisa. In the highest level tiers of Platinum, Diamond, and Master, Ken was the #1 played character, followed by Marisa, Ryu, Cammy, and Juri. None of this makes any shock to me. We all know that why Ken is the most played character. He's overpowered and the best character in the game by far, hands down. He's easy to play. He's insanely overpowered for what he is. But the thing that does surprise me is that Marisa was #2 in the higher ranked category. I don't know why. I don't feel like Marisa is top tier. I think she's going to be like mid tier when the dust settles. And I didn't hear of anyone like, you know, playing with her and winning tournaments or whatever. So it's kind of weird. It wasn't like, oh, we jumped on the Marisa bandwagon or anything like that. So I don't know. But Ken being the top played player from people who know what they're doing, yes, that makes sense to me. Everyone wants to play Ken because it's goddamn too easy. Okay, it's pretty stupid. All right, The Walking Dead is coming out with a brand new video game. Now, before you say The Walking Dead, that show is fucking super old. Like, no one reads the comics anymore. The zombie craze died 10 years ago. Before you say all of that, because you'd be valid, you'd be correct. This is a new game called Destinies, okay? And if you're not aware, okay, this game is a new choice-driven action-adventure. It is basically reliving the first 4 seasons of the Walking Dead television show. So right from the beginning, the early seasons, all your favorite characters at the beginning of the show that died within the first 2 seasons, they're all back. You're reliving the original plot lines. But here's the difference. You control the plot. You get to make the decisions. It's not based on the actual outcomes of what happened in the TV show. You will control who lives and who dies through your actions. That's interesting. It's a what-if scenario where you can actually have like certain characters not continue and others continue in their place, right? Maybe you could try to get everyone to survive and no one ever dies, or maybe they all die and there's only one survivor. I guess that's kind of what they're saying is going to happen. Now, keep in mind this game is in development. We don't actually know if this is the truth or not. It could be bullshit in the long term, okay? But there's an interesting premise, correct? I mean, if anything, this might get me back into caring about The Walking Dead again. After not having cared about it for the longest time, a game like this might actually interest me. If the promise of being able to change the plot is real. Not one of this bullshit where they're like, oh, guess what? So you get all these choices that'll change the plot, and then it's just the illusion of choice and nothing ever changes. That would piss me off. I wanted to actually have that so that maybe you could replay the game multiple times and each time you get a different outcome. That I would really enjoy. So that's what we're looking at. I don't know if it's really true or not, but it's in development right now. Sadly, there's no real release date or any information yet. This was the first announcement trailer, came out for it today. If you want to give it a look, it's on YouTube and on the internet. I mean, to me, this is probably the only way they would interest me with The Walking Dead. Like, if they said, oh, we're making a new Walking Dead based on the current show, I'd be like, I don't give two fucks about that at all. Like, why would I care about that, right? Like, that's just zero interest. But the fact that you can maybe redo the plot of The Walking Dead, that's kind of interesting to me, okay? So there you go. All right. Let's continue, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, the Xbox 360 store is being sunset. What that means is that if you currently own an Xbox 360 console and you were hoping that you would be able to continue to buy digital games off of their marketplace, you are sorely mistaken, because this store will be closed soon. Here's the skinny. You'll still be able to play games that you purchased on the Xbox 360 after July 2024, because it's July 2024. Apparently it's closing, I guess. Multiplayer games will still work after July 2024 as long as the publisher decides that they want to support the online servers. There'll be no impact on purchasing or playing backwards compatible titles on other consoles. So if you still want to play Xbox 360 games on Xbox One or Xbox Series X, those are still available. But if you actually own a real Xbox 360 and you've played games on it all these years, you will no longer be able to download and purchase games on it at all. It's going away. So this will be your last chance to get any games you want onto an Xbox 360 or 360 hard drive moving forward. They're going to be completely retired. If you want to play games moving forward, you have to buy the physical discs. And you got to remember something. In a lot of cases, the physical discs aren't even the full games, and you got to hope that the company still supports the game and will patch it and everything for you, right? So, there you go. We're 2 generations away from Xbox 360. At this point, I feel like if anyone wanted to play those games, they're likely already playing them in an Xbox One or an Xbox Series X due to the full backwards compatibility. So probably not a big deal, but it is something to know and talk about so that you know that it's coming up, okay? Okay. Continuing on. Starfield is now available for preload on PC and on console. I think PC is around 130 gigs and console's like 127 or something like that. So about the same size, no big difference between the two. And the review embargo for Starfield lifts Thursday, August 31st at 9 a.m. Pacific time. All the people who got the early codes are playing the game right now and are going to be putting together their reviews, and they cannot talk about the game until August 31st. So even though they're playing it, there should not be leaks. What are the chances there will not be leaks? Let's be honest here. Let's be really honest. Do you really believe we're going to get through the next week and a half to 2 weeks and there's not going to be any leaks about this game? Honestly, do you really believe that? I don't. I think within 1 week, we're going to have entire segments of the game online. Everyone's going to know the plot. Everyone's going to know the extent of the relationships in the game, the companions, the gameplay. Everyone's going to know everything. They're going to tell you how many planets are interesting. They're going to tell you how much of the game is bullshit. The entire game will be known by next week. That's how it goes. Because these game companies are incredibly stupid, and they still believe that somehow they're not going to leak with these early release codes. They're just moronic. It's always going to happen now moving forward. You're never going to have this feeling of like, oh yeah, don't worry, trust us because we're all part of the same community, bro. We're totally not going to do that to you. No. I guarantee you that information about this game will be all over the internet in the next week. Now, I'm going to try to stay away from it. I don't want to spoil myself. I recommend that if any of you are interested in this game to play it or whatever, you do too. But there's a lot of people who can't help themselves. So, there's not much you can really do. I will do my best to try to isolate myself from the information and not be spoiled. Okay? So, there you go. Alright. last news story of the day, we've got a game delay, but it's not a bad one. It is Alan Wake 2 was originally scheduled to come out on October 17th. Well, the game developers have decided they want to delay the game by about a week, so now Alan Wake 2 will come out on October 27th. So if you give me a second here, I'm going to get my game release schedule. Okay, so if you take a look at October's schedule, here's what's coming out in October, and it's insane, okay? Assassin's Creed Mirage is now coming out October 5th. Detective Pikachu Returns October 6th. Forza Motorsport October 10th. Lords of the Fallen October 13th. The Grinch Christmas Adventures also October 13th. Alan Wake 2 is going to be, but it's got delayed, so we'll talk about that in a second. Spider-Man, also known as Spider-Man 2, October 20th. Super Mario Bros. Wonder on October 20th. Cities Skylines 2, October 25th. So now Alan Wake 2 would be October 27th. Oh, by the way, Alone in the Dark comes out October 25th. And the rumor is that Sonic Superstars, although it's not confirmed, will be October 17th. So no exaggeration. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 high-profile new releases within a 3-week period in October. Yeah, I'm sure they're all going to get bought and played, right? Right? The thing that gets me now, so they delayed Alan Wake 2 to the 27th, but the other horror game of the month, Alone in the Dark, comes out October 25th. So they've actually put themselves into an interesting position where another survival horror game is now going to beat them to the punch. I'm genuinely wondering how that's going to affect things. Now, the other thing is, as you guys know, I always do a Halloween marathon. Since we're going to have not one but 2 horror games during that time frame, that means that I could have 2 segments of the Halloween marathon where I play each of the horror games a little bit. I'd be okay for that. We could maybe do like 90 minutes of each horror game and then also other horror games thrown in there. But that would be good because there'd be progress in the ongoing playthroughs plus other stuff as well. So there you go. I'm excited for that. That's going to be fun, I feel. Okay? So, good stuff, right? It's great stuff. However, will Alan Wake being delayed until the 27th affect it? I don't know. I mean, listen, if they're delaying it and it means that it's going to be a little bit more polished or whatever, I'm all for it. But, I mean, realistically, it's a 10-day delay. What can they really do in 10 days? And the question has to really be, what did they delay it for? What was the real reason they delayed it to 10 days, right? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. But hopefully it doesn't kill the game. I don't think it will. But then again, what if Alone in the Dark is really good? Then everyone's going to be playing that, right? Anyway, hey, more horror games around Halloween is always good. I'm not really complaining. I think this will fit into my marathon and everything. It'll work out. So, okay. Okay. Oh, and the last piece of gaming news is that a bunch of fucking drama queen idiots all offered me a ton of money yesterday to be on their shows to interview me yet again, despite the fact that I've said publicly a million times I'm not interested in being interviewed again, that I don't trust anyone. No one out there is out to get any kind of a true story. All they want is drama for their own personal benefit, yet people are still trying to do this every single day. They're just morons. And, of course, as usual, I decline them all. If anything changes in that regard, I will certainly let you guys know, but I certainly don't foresee that changing in the near future. There you go. Okay, so that was the gaming news segment, everybody. And, all right, we've covered all the topics that I wanted to cover for today. So now what we are going to do is we're going to start with some shout-outs. So remember, guys, as I can say, as I've said many times before, I am an individual who strives to put out meaningful and positive content for my audience, okay? I am crowdfunded 100% by you, meaning that is how I make my living, and that is why I am allowed to continue to do this for a living, okay? It's not because I take on sponsorships and I shill product. It's not because I have partnerships and some kind of a paid advertisement on my stream. It's not because of this or that. It's because of you, all right? And because of you and your support. That is why I am able to continue to make the kind of content that I love and I feel is valuable. And obviously you feel the same way, or else I wouldn't be here, right? So thank you so much for that, all right? Here are the ways you can support my streams and content today. Number one, like the streams. Talk with me on the streams for engagement. Like the on-demand videos you watch. And leave comments on the videos. I will say this, all right? Engagement has dipped again for on-demand videos. I've noticed this distinctly over the last couple of weeks. The likes and the comments and everything are down. When we started with GTA 5 a few weeks ago, I saw a spike, and now everything's kind of going back down again. Engagement is key, all right? Seriously, engagement is key on YouTube. So please like the videos and leave comments when you're watching something you're enjoying. Even if the comment is as simple as, hey, I just want to, you know, say this is for the algorithm and to help out DSPGaming because I like the channel. Boom, you're done. Okay, that would help out a ton, and it's very much appreciated if you do that on my videos. Okay, so let's do that. Like, for example, I'm watching videos that have hundreds of views and it's got like 2 likes and 1 comment or 0 comments. It's like, we definitely do better than that. It takes a second of your time. If you're watching the video already, if you could do me that solid, I would really appreciate that. Okay, Meatball Man, if you try to say bullshit like that's a terms of service violation, in fact, I'm just going to ban you now because I've had enough. I've had enough of drama. No, saying on a video, wow, I want to help out this channel because it's a good channel, is not a terms of service violation. You fucking idiot. And anyone who wants to bring shit up like that will be gone for good. Goodbye, because you're an idiot. And I know who you are, by the way, in your fucking sock account. No. Want to know what a violation would be? Paying for views. Boosting things such as your prominence in an algorithm artificially. Not asking genuine viewers who are enjoying your content to engage with the content. That is allowed on YouTube, you fucking moron. Okay, let's continue, shall we? So, please support the content through these engagement methods. If you like the content, I would really, really appreciate that. Okay, now, if you want to go above and beyond, there are many ways that you can support the content on this channel as well. As simple as a super chat or a super sticker during a live stream, in which case you'll get a little pop-up animation in the chat and I'll give you a shout out. A membership or a gifted membership. Right now, memberships would be a great time to have them. Why? Because with this special event coming up in a little over a week, members get priority to nominate their favorite moments for this marathon event. But members get so many benefits, including ignoring the limitations of the chat. You know, you don't have slow mode rules or anything like that. Getting access to all of my emotes, getting a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter, getting your comments highlighted as well when you comment on a video. All of this stuff is available to members. It's great features, and the community absolutely enjoys getting those memberships if someone happens to be generous and gifts them to the community. So today, if you're watching my streams and you're enjoying yourself, please consider becoming a member if you're not, or if you want to help out the community at large and everyone around here, all right, consider actually becoming or gifting some memberships to the community. I'm sure people would really enjoy that. Okay, thank you in advance to anyone who does so. All right, now another great way to support this channel is tipping. Tipping is a direct contribution through PayPal, and when you tip, I get those funds right away. I actually get more of a contribution through that than anything else, because in other ways, anyway, yeah, basically the way I see it is everything's good. Well, I do like the fact that people contribute the various different methods. Tipping is a great way to do it because it's more immediate. It helps out in the short term. In the next couple of months, I'll be buying a lot of games, and tips will be helping to alleviate the cost of many of those games. Okay? So please consider tipping, and we have rewards in place for tipping. You know, raise 50 bucks, I put on Gunner glasses, 100 bucks a hat, 150 bucks a vest, and the like. So thank you in advance. Please consider contributing in some way. That's how I make my living. Now, is there ad revenue on YouTube? Of course there is. One great way you can help out content creators that you enjoy on YouTube is to become a YouTube Premium subscriber. When you watch content on YouTube under a YouTube Premium account, the person who made the content gets credit as if you had watched all the ads on that content and you didn't have to watch them. So that's great. But just so you know, ad revenue ain't great on YouTube. Hasn't been in a long time. That's why we have all these crowdfunding methods. And if you could, I would really appreciate it if you could do some of those things for me if you enjoy the content here. Fair enough? All right. Let us now get to shout outs. All right. And our first shout out of the day Excuse me. Sorry for the disgusting belch. I'm really sorry about that. Whew. Our first shout out of the day is a $29.99 tip from Game Trekker. Thank you very much to Game Trekker. I appreciate your ongoing support of all of my Street Fighter streams. Sounds like he didn't get a chance to watch World Tour. He says he really likes World Tour, so I was curious what his thoughts were about World Tour last night, but sadly he didn't. I guess he didn't watch it yet because he didn't leave a message with his tip today. I would have liked to hear his take on it because I thought it was quite a funny session. Anyway, Game Trekker, thank you so very much. A very generous first tip of the day, and I really appreciate that. Okay. Our next contribution of today, a $2 tip from Wumba. I love watching you play as Blanca. He's a fun character to watch. I agree. He is pretty unique compared to a lot of the other playstyles in the game. He's kind of a weirdo character, right? He moves all around. He's juggling a lot. You know, he goes for little traps and throws and mix-ups. And he's an interesting character for sure. I like him. That's why I like playing with him, and I'm happy to play with him today. So, someone named King Sly tipped $2 and says, I'm interested in an Ultra membership, but I'm curious, what are the features, etc. Alright, so here's the deal. Depends on what you're talking about. Alright? If you're talking about an Ultra membership here on DSP Gaming, I will be as transparent and upfront with you as I possibly can be. There's no benefits. It's the same benefits as a standard membership. Now, those who are Ultra members here on the channel, you're helping me out a lot more with a higher level of support. But you're not going to get anything extra out of it, okay? I just want to be as honest as I can. I'm not going to lie to you, all right? Now, if you were talking about on my sister channel, DSP Reacts, Ultra members over there get a ton of awesome features, all right? So, allow me to elaborate. I have a React channel called DSP Reacts. Once a week, I have a show called DSP versus the Internet. That is a show where for 3 hours, I react to clips as submitted by the members of the channel. People who are Ultra members over there get their video watched for sure once a week. So if you're an Ultra member on DSP Reacts, you get 4 videos watched a month. That's a great value. 4 segments of a show that I do once a week will be from you, right? Now, if you're a standard member over there, you still get the ability to nominate clips, but they get thrown into a random select playlist. So everyone's on equal footing. Everyone gets an equal chance to get their clip watched, but it is randomly selected, not guaranteed. It's guaranteed if you're an Ultra member, okay? So, I would say if you are interested in Ultra membership and you're actively looking to get something major out of it, that is the best way to do it. All right? Just being honest, being transparent here. If you're looking to get something out of an Ultra membership on this channel, there's no extra benefits. All right? So, please know that. If there were good benefits I could offer on this channel, I would do it. I wish that there were better benefits similar to what I used to have offered over on Twitch. I used to be able to offer exclusive emotes and things. They don't offer that here on YouTube. So, on that channel, it makes sense. On this channel, only if you want to go above and beyond and support in a higher way. Does that make sense? Outside of that, you know, let me put it this way. If you're an Ultra member here, you help me out a lot. But you could equally, for example, become a member yourself and gift 3 more memberships, and that helps 3 more people out. I get the same benefit. Seriously, if you want to know the truth, I think I would make more out of the Ultra membership. I think I get a bigger cut. I don't care. I would much rather have you support and have everyone be happy and have everyone, you know, have a good time. That's what it's about. It's about the community having a good time on this channel. You understand? That's what I'm all about. So, that's what you know, if you ask me, what would you prefer? Should I be an Ultra member or should I give some memberships to your community? I say gift them. Help out more people. Have more people enjoy the features of the channel. That's my take. Okay? Okay. Now people will say, oh, he's an idiot. He's shooting himself in the foot for saying shit like that. Whatever. All right. Shall we continue? Because now we have a bunch of shout-outs on the YouTube side of stuff. Looks like a lot of memberships were re-upped that I can shout out. Man, I'm real happy I got these cleaning cloths. Because my joystick now is nice and clean. I get to clean my phone screen every day. I didn't used to have good cleaning cloths to do that, and now I do. This is pretty good. It's just a cleaning cloth, Jasper. And I'm just rigging it out. It's okay. He was like, oh, and he spun around. There you go. Anyway. Okay. So, and by the way, I should probably do the same thing with this one too. So, some YouTube side shout outs. We start off today with, let's see here. Spawn Killer re-upped his membership for a whopping 27 months. Thank you, Spawn Killer, for such an ongoing support. He says, I have a two-part question. Do you remember when you got an offer to go on a TV show and Justin Wong went on it? Yes. It was Ultimate Gamer? Yes, because there was two. It was Ultimate Gamer and The Tester. Ultimate Gamer was a more generic show, while The Tester was a Sony-specific show. And I was contacted to go on Ultimate Gamer. They sent me the whole package with all the information and everything, and I read through it. And essentially, didn't really appeal to me, even though, you know, first of all, I don't think you got paid for the show, if I remember correctly. I think it was more like they were trying to give you promotion. Honestly, it's been so long ago, I really don't remember, all right? But essentially, when I read the rules, it was kind of like, it was a reality TV show, not really a competition. I mean, it didn't seem like it was going to be serious or interesting, because it just seemed like a bullshit show for nonsensical drama and to get you a little bit of exposure on the internet or whatever. Or I was already one of the bigger gaming YouTubers. I didn't care about exposure on the internet. So I read the whole thing. I thought it was a joke, and I turned it down. And then come to find out, they got Justin Wong. What it was is they were looking for a fighting game player to be on the show, and they offered it to me first, and I turned it down. So then they went out and they got Justin Wong, and he ended up being on the show. There you go. Did it ever air? It was never on TV. It was only an internet-based show. So, to my knowledge. Anyway. All right, second question. What's going on with the YouTube shorts? I haven't seen new ones in a while. There hasn't really been much going on in a while. If you want to take a look at my YouTube shorts, there's one Street Fighter one. There's one GTA 5 one. And then since then, I mean, what have I really been doing? I've been playing Chrono Trigger. I mean, what are you going to do in Chrono Trigger as a highlight? Not much. There's just not a lot going on. There's no new releases. Without new releases or anything, there's not that much to really cover with YouTube shorts. So I haven't really had ideas. And, you know, sometimes when something happens notable, people will be like, hey, make a short of that. And no one's really done that recently. So, hey, this is a good time, all right, for everyone to be reminded. If you see a moment that you think should be a YouTube short, let me know. I have people who actually are interested in making shorts for me, but I got to tell them what to look for and what to work on. So if you guys have, oh, that was a great moment today, let's make a short out of that, let me know. And I will recommend it to them, you know. But for me, I've been looking, you know, listen, I enjoy the chill streams. I enjoy the stuff we're doing. I don't know what would be notable enough that you guys would want to see a short. I'm being honest. So, you know, give me your feedback, okay? Okay. Habib Gaming re-upped his membership. Thank you so much, Habib Gaming. It actually looks like they re-upped it genuinely, and I think that counts as a new membership this morning. So I think that we should be up to 506 members then this morning, which is excellent. Thank you. Lucky Gremlin re-upped their membership for 2 months. Says good morning. Hoping for an awesome Street Fighter 6 content today. Me too. Thank you. Dan the Man re-upped his membership for 19 months. Said, hey Phil, what's going on, Dan? Good to see you. How are you today? And thank you for all the support. Albert became a member today. He says, thanks for the honesty. I'm looking out for us. You're welcome. Listen. As much as people out there are so nasty and say so many horrible things to me, I really am not in this for the money. You have to understand that. If I were in this for the money, I'd be a completely different guy. Really. I had many opportunities to not be who I am today. Trust me. And I refuse to sell out and change or do all the shit that these people want me to do for money. So, yeah. You know, I would much rather see the community have fun and everyone have a good time. That's what my content's for, than me make an extra buck. So that's what it's all about around here. Spawn Killer did a $2 super chat. Says the Ultimate Gamer actually was on Sci-Fi TV. Was it? See, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that it was ever aired anywhere. Did anyone even watch it? Because the thing is, when it came out, I heard nothing about it whatsoever. I had to look into it to eventually find out what happened. And I think, like, Justin didn't even make it that far. I think he made it, like, 1 or 2 weeks, and he got eliminated almost, like, right away or something like that. Because, again, it wasn't about real competitive gamers at all. It was a stupid reality show. So what they wanted to do is they wanted to keep the people on that they thought were more interesting rather than the people who were actually good at gaming. So it was a dumb show. It wasn't a legit competition. All right. My nose is bothering me. Give me a second here. Okay. Much better. I felt like I was going to sneeze horribly. Juan, you guys, are you saying that you had a earthquake? Well, I hope you guys are all right over there in Colombia. Hope everyone's safe. Okay. All right, so guys, I've covered everything I wanted to talk about today. So if you guys have any topics you'd like to discuss or something to ask me, okay, please tag me. Oh, Habib Gaming says, did you read my member message? There is none. Yeah, Habib Gaming, there's no member message. It didn't come through. If you want to tell me what your member message is, I'll read it, but it didn't come through. Sorry, it's blank on my screen. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Eyes likes my shirt. Well, thank you, Eyes. I've worn this one a few times. It's not one of the comfy, you know, nice shirts I've been wearing now since I changed up my style a little bit on the streams. Not just t-shirts anymore. I like this shirt a lot. It's very comfortable. Billiam, that's great. I don't care. It's more drama. I don't care about drama. So if everyone in my, you know, drama communities wants to eat each other up and spit each other out, go for it. I want nothing to do with it. I'm not going to deal with that nonsense. So. It says Modern Warfare 3 is coming out in November. Would you buy it? Is that what the member message was? I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't know. I guess it would be more about what you guys want. If you guys really want something, like if you want me to be refreshed with the first-person shooter, if you feel like that would add more to my content and give you more stuff to watch that's entertaining, then I would do it. I'm not going to be doing it for the love of the game, that's for sure. I mean, they just had Modern Warfare 2, and now it's Modern Warfare 3 back-to-back. I mean, it's zero originality, zero thought, zero effort put into that. Like, zero. Like, they don't care. It's just a fucking way to get your money again. So, I'll leave that ball in your court for you guys to think about and decide. Okay? Did I forget to put product in my hair? I never put product in my hair. Never. I took a shower and washed my hair with the usual stuff. You know, shampoo, conditioner, whatever. And that was it. I don't put any product in my hair to keep it in any position or anything like that. The multiplayer gameplay has changed back to a smoother, fast-paced game, if you say so. Steve from Accounting says he has my old Skyrim playthrough for 2011 in a playlist. He's going to start watching it tonight. Enjoy. Definitely a different time, and I played that on PC at launch, and that game was full of bugs and glitches at launch. I remember it just had a tremendous amount of problems at launch. Like, I remember the dragons wouldn't load. They were big purple blobulous messes. They were disgusting glitches. It was funny though, but you know, it was also a little disturbing when it happened. So, have I decided if I'm playing Sea of Stars? I'm interested in playing Sea of Stars. I can't play it this month. I'm already playing Chrono Trigger and many other games, but I'd like to eventually play Sea of Stars. If you guys want to see it, I'd be down for that. I'm wiping down my joystick with my cleaning cloth to prepare for today's ranked gameplay stream, if you're wondering what I'm doing. What's up, fan of Lovecraft? Good to see you here today. How's it going? How long is today's stream? These streams last till 4 p.m. Pacific time. Gameplay will begin within about a half an hour or so, and then we play till around 4 p.m. What's going on, No Sleep Real Vibes? How you doing today? How am I liking the Kanba joystick, which I just was cleaning? All right, the buttons I love. The buttons are super duper good. Obviously, I like how it feels. I like the weight of the joystick on my lap, which is way weightier than my other stick. Because of that, it tends to stay in the same position and not really move around, and therefore, you know, it's not like, oh, I'm accidentally trying to block and I'm getting a jump or something like that, mostly. However, this joystick absolutely is tighter than the joystick on my other one, which was the Hori Fighting Stick Alpha. And because this stick is much tighter, it does feel different. For example, I am having some difficulties doing drive rushes to the right, or at least I was. And also, sometimes I'd be going for a move and it would give me slightly off direction. So let's say, for example, I wanted to do Blanca Ball, but all of a sudden I would get air Blanca Ball. Well, I didn't jump, so how did I get air Blanca Ball? Well, I guess the joystick thought I was holding up back, not back. So a few minor things like that, okay? It's not super prominent, but it sucks when you're in the middle of a match, you're about to win, and you get the wrong move, and I am trying to get used to it. I do feel like it's likely me not being used to a tighter joystick, you know, after having played with that fighting stick alpha for almost 2 years. That's probably what it is. Right, coward crouch. I'm trying to get, I'm trying to do like EX ball or EX electricity, and it gives me coward crouch. Now, wait a minute. I'm doing a motion from one direction to the other plus 2 buttons. It thinks I press down and 2 buttons, right? Or I'm trying to do quarter circle back and 2 buttons. It thinks I press down and 2 buttons. That's not good. But I think it'll get better. I think as I continue to play with this stick, I'll get used to it more. I'll break it in, so to speak, as well. That's another thing with new joysticks is you need to play with them more to wear them in, and then they actually have better response. So I think it'll get better. Overall, I like the joystick. I do. Spawn Killer did another super chat. Says, would you replay Star Wars Force Unleashed? I mean, I would, but I don't think anyone wants that. Like, remember, for this month, we had many options of games to play, and I proposed several options. I said, hey, we could go back and play my original playthroughs. Star Wars The Force Unleashed, Mercenaries 2, Fable 2, those older games. No one seemed to want those. But then when I started bringing up more retro playthroughs that I've only played once, like GTA 5, people freaked out. Oh my god, yes, you got to do GTA 5. They voted, they wanted it. So that's why we ended up doing GTA 5. You know, also I wanted to do Mario 3. You know, we didn't do that. I wanted to do Mega Man. We didn't do that. What character will I start with in the MK1 beta? I have no idea. Don't know. I'll just grab a random character and try them. I don't even, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's just a beta to kind of mess around and learn basics. It's not really, I'm trying to get good at the game or anything, so I'll grab anybody. It doesn't really matter. Yes, you can play other games without, that aren't fighting games with the joystick. Of course, they're going to control a lot differently. You don't have dual thumbsticks on that thing. Rugal says, I was catching up yesterday. You mentioned you asking a question, but you weren't here. I probably said the wrong name then. Or there was a different Rugal, maybe. Maybe there's another different Rugal. But, no, I knew you weren't here. I know you weren't here yesterday, Rugal. You're usually here for the fighting game stuff. Seldy Kubo says, I think PS5 pad will be better for Mortal Kombat. It's easier to get a clean back-forward input than on a stick. Do you think so? I don't think so. I think it's easier back-forward. Is easier on a joystick, I would think. You go, da-do. It's just an easy tap, da-do, as opposed to rolling your thumb back forward. You just go, da-do. It's an easy flick of the wrist. I think a flick of the wrist is easier than an actual double movement of the thumb. But maybe it's different for different people. I don't know. Will I try the other joystick top with the combo fight stick? I mean, I could. I'm used to the ball top. I mean, maybe I would try the other one. I don't really see a desire to yet, but maybe I would. I don't know. What's the next game I'm looking forward to on the mini PC? Right now, it's not a concern because we're going to be so busy with all these new releases coming out. I'm not going to have time to be doing stuff on the mini PC. But, you know, one thing everyone has asked me for years and years is Fightcade. Would I play Fightcade and play with people who are playing retro fighting games constantly? And now I have a good joystick that'll work with that PC. And the answer is I would love to try it. I know I'm going to lose constantly. You have to understand people who've been playing Fightcade are literally playing this shit non-stop. And never, like, stop playing. They've been playing this shit online for like, 20 years. Right? And for me, it's like, I play casually every couple weeks or whatever, you know, when I was playing it on console. So these people are fucking tryhards. Right? You know, they've probably been going crazy in Fightcade. I bet they're going to be, like, whooping my ass until I eventually get enough experience of playing on there to learn what's going on and then kind of adjust. But I'd be down for Fightcade to play random old-school fighting games. But outside of that, I don't know what would be next. I have no clue. A guitarist in Egypt knew Guile's theme and played it for you on guitar, JDTV? Well, that's remarkable. There you go. No, I've never ridden on an ox willow. By the way, I finally shaved. After this crazy long week, I finally shaved this morning. So now my face is nice and smooth. And I feel nice and refreshed. Let me tell you guys. Again, you guys say, why don't you grow out a beard? You saw how long my beard was getting after over a week not shaving? My whole face yesterday got itchy. The whole face. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. I couldn't stand it. And finally this morning I shaved. I was like, oh, relief, sweet relief. Lonk, I will pray for you. He says it's 105 degrees where he is and his air conditioner broke. Yeah, you're in trouble. If you can get cold water or whatever, go for it. Get some ice, you know, do what you need to do, man. Alright, I'll see you later, JDTV. How long's Chrono Trigger? Asked No Sleep Real Vibes. I don't know. I don't remember. It's not an incredibly lengthy RPG, but at the same time, it's not short. So I'm not sure. Jasper, what are you doing in there? Jasper's in the closet making noise and decoration. What are you doing in the closet, Jasper? He's crawling around in there. Oh my God. Did I ever smoke weed? Yes. When I was in high school, I smoked weed. College was the last time I smoked weed. It's been that long. I just received a $10 tip from Dan the Man. Thank you so much, Dan the Man. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for your support. Let's get a nice animation. And let's get you up on the leaderboard. Thank you so much, Dan the Man. Okay. What's up, X-Shooter? How's it going? Any other questions, guys, or shall we get ready to start? I'm down for starting a little earlier. If you guys want me to jump into Blanca a little earlier, I'm okay with that. Unless you guys got more questions. Danny the DK says, a YouTuber iShowSpeed exposed himself on stream yesterday on accident. Well, that's awful. What a horrible thing. I couldn't imagine having something like that possibly happen to you. I mean, that would be like career ending and crippling, and there's no way you would ever recover from that. So I really feel for the guy, and I hope that, you know, I wish him the best in his future endeavors, right? Exactly. No, did he really, like, show himself? Like, for me, my ridiculous accident was just me showing my O-face. No sound, nothing. It was blurry as fuck. It wasn't that big of a deal. But if this guy actually showed himself on camera, that's a little different. That's actually like exposure where he get in big trouble. Oh no! Yes, his full dong. Oh no! That's way worse than mine. That's way worse. How did that happen? How did that happen? Did his pants fall off or something? Did his pants get pulled down by something? What happened? That's terrible. It popped out of his boxers. He was thrusting and humping the air to the Doug from Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, no. Wow. Does that make me feel better about what happened to me? Again, the thing that happened to me wasn't bad. It was me making an O-face in a blurry camera with no audio. You didn't see anything. You didn't even know what I was looking at. It was just stupid. It was funny, but it was just stupid. This guy, if he actually showed his junk off, that's way worse. And that's sad because obviously if it was a mistake, he didn't mean to do it. It was just a complete legit accident. That's really unfortunate. Hopefully he recovers from it and it's not a huge deal. Because again, here's the deal. If it's an accident, he didn't mean to do it. It was a genuine silly thing that happened, a wardrobe malfunction, I think they would call it. then the guy should not be penalized for it, okay? If it's a legit accident, it was not intentional, come on. If it was a publicity stunt, that's something different. But if this guy was a legit oops moment, holy shit, then he shouldn't be held accountable for it. I said penalized, that's correct. I said that. No penalization needed for that mistake. Give the guy a pass. I give the guy a pass. Why is there a new Call of Duty game this year? Greed. Greed. There's no other reason. Greed. They want more money. It's that simple. Yeah, again, I mean, this guy, like, how many times have people danced around on camera and nothing happens? And this guy is the one guy where sadly something stupid happens, right? I mean, I don't know about thrusting to a duck from Five Nights at Freddy's. That's kind of stupid. But, I mean, to each their own. If his audience likes that kind of nonsense, then go for it. But, you know, it just sucks that if this guy legit had a wardrobe malfunction, it wasn't like he was intending to do it. He wasn't doing anything intentionally sexual. It sounds like it was a joke, right? It was supposed to be an expansion. What, when he was thrusting at the duck, it was supposed to be an expansion? Oh, an expansion? Wait, oh, you're talking about Call of Duty. Oh, I got the two confused. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I got to get my stories straight. You guys are confusing me here. Got it. These DLCs keep getting bigger and bigger. Stop it. Stop it with these puns. Stop it with these puns right now. Peripheral Panhandler says, isn't Fightcade filled with cheaters who use macros? Yes. Why would you ever play with them? Because it's the only way to play classic fighting games in a legit manner, to have comp, you know, and I've never been able to do it before because I didn't have a manner to do it on PC. As you know, it's dead now on console. I have no way to play against people on console of any legit manner. Like, good luck playing 30th Anniversary Collection, the lag fest, it's a waste of time. So it's either you put up with these fucking try-hard cheaters, or you don't play at all. So take your pick. Pick your poison, I guess, right? Did I ever qualify for SBO? No, there was one year that I tried and I was one round away. It was John Rambo who actually defeated me and went to SBO, and I did not. Game Master, we already talked about this. You must have come in late. I already said, if people want to see me play the new Call of Duty, I'll consider it. I'm not gung-ho buying it. I know it's just an expansion. It's a ripoff. Everyone knows this. It's already been reported everywhere. So it's just, if you guys feel like you really want to see me do some kind of first-person shooter gameplay, I'll consider it. But I'm not going crazy for it or anything, okay? You predict a 30-win streak from me today? I don't predict a 30-win streak today. No way. Absolutely not. See me in Japan would have been sick? I don't know. Here's another thing you got to understand. Back then, my back was still fucked up. I had a really bad back injury over a decade ago, and that's when that was. So that trip to Japan might have been pretty rough, debilitating even, you know? Even just sitting on a plane for that long, I don't know if I would have been able to make it. You know, today I'm much better. But back then, it was really bad. I had numbness, pain, shooting constantly, couldn't really walk that much. It wasn't very good. Did I mind the MJ missions in Spider-Man? I hope there's none in the new one. I didn't mind them. They weren't great, but they weren't horrible either. I thought they were just passable because they wanted variety of gameplay in there. But they weren't amazing or anything, but I didn't like absolutely like crap all over them. I did think they felt a little out of place in some cases, but you get through them, you get back to the main game. No, I have no interest in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game on Game Pass. It's coming out this week, or did come out this week, and I don't have time for it, so no. Do I prefer Peter or Miles? I don't prefer anything. They're both different characters, and they're interesting to see them both have Spider-Man powers. You don't have to prefer one over the other. It's ridiculous. Do you prefer chocolate or peanut butter? I don't. They're both good. Right? They're both delicious. All right, I think we've wound down here. I do. I think we've wound down, so I think it's time to end the show. I want to say thank you all. And great podcast today. We got a lot out of the way. We got MK1 beta downloaded. We got the new schedule update. That's a positive schedule update, right? We got a lot of good stuff going on. Thanks for watching the show, everyone. And I'm excited for my final Blanca gameplay of the week. I'm excited to chill with you tonight in Chrono Trigger. And I'm excited to come back on Saturday. Excuse me. The MK1 beta. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Peace out, my friends. Be safe.